So today's demonstration is how to stipple or create the illusion of a three-dimensional sphere out of a circle. Very exciting. Here we go. I'm using this foam ball, and this is the view at which I'm seeing the ball. So I got a highlight here, and then it gradually gets darker, and then right behind it, underneath it, is the cast shadow. And so that's my view. And here I go. I have to remember proper stippling. So I don't want little hairs or anything like that. And it takes quite a while to do this. Now, the exciting thing is about the lab days is, since we're going to be moving into, next week we're going to be moving into drawing our sports objects. So you have to have those with you on Monday. I'm going to be able to give everybody individual drawing demonstrations on lab days. So it's almost good because you don't have to wait as long, because there's like half of us here like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that's kind of good. Like, you might have to wait in the beginning, but then it's nice because you won't have to wait as long as if every student was here. It's kind of nice. So what I'm doing is I'm starting my drawing. What I want to keep in mind is that my highlight is here. That's a step one. And then in every direction, I gradually get darker, as we can see. Okay. So if you can see here, here's my one, and I'm going to gradually get darker. If you can't see it, what you want to do is fake it. Fake it. We're creating an illusion here, folks. So maybe your sphere is really shaded right to left, or left to right. Whatever you see, you're going to try to draw. And stippling is the easiest out of the three techniques. The downside is it's the slowest. It takes the longest. It's the easiest to revise without starting over, but it's the longest. What not to do. What not to do. Is to create an outline in dots. Because that's really hard to blend in unless this is a step 6 or 7. It's really hard to blend in. So what to do is you want to kind of apply your stipple in a circular motion. I notice the bottom of my sphere is the darkest. And feel free to, look at your sphere on the tabletop and work right along with me. I definitely don't expect you to watch this whole demonstration, because, little art joke, that is like watching paint dry. and then gradually gets lighter. Transition. Oops. Transition. Stop. Okay, so this gets boring to watch if you're not working at the same time, so little food joke. What did Sushi A say to Sushi B?
We're both sushi.
What's up, B? Wasabi? What's up, B? So, like, you really kind of get into a meditative state doing this. And then you want to solidify that edge, and without outlining in stipple, just make sure that you have, like, a full transition there. So, that's my stipple. Okay. Ta-da! Now, of course, like, you're going to have maybe some threading or something like that, so that gets worked in during the demonstration. Line design. We ready for your cube? Set up your cube. Okay, here's what the cube looks like. Now, I want you to set up the cube so you can see 3 planes. What's a plane? It's a line in space. So here's one plane, here's another plane, here's another plane. That's the first step. The second step is please identify which plane is the lightest, darkest, and medium. Okay? So, when I look at mine, believe it or not, this is the lightest plane. This is my step 2. Oops, 2 or 3. I can't really decide. Let's say 2. This is my step 5. And this is my step mid-tone, 4. Okay? So you want 3 basic steps. Okay? And I would go with around a 2, a 4, 5, or 6, but guess what? Yours aren't going to be the same as mine. Which plane, most likely, is your lightest? Yes! Who said that? Was that you? Okay, very good. Yes, the top. Okay, so just to remind you, please take any forms off your cube. If you have any forms on your cube, it needs to be by itself now. Identify the 3, which is the lightest, darkest, and medium. You know the top is the lightest for you. It's not for me. Okay? It might not be for you. Does anybody have a top plane that's not the... Okay. Okay. So, what you're going to do is take your pencil first and create some lines that are parallel with the lines that you already have, or that go in the direction of your plane. Let me illustrate. Very lightly, using your searching lines, Okay? The reason I did that is because I am going to create a line design that runs in the direction of my lines, because that makes the top look flat and the sides look vertical. And you can do, just like in your practice, any form you want. Don't outline your line design plane with Sharpie marker. You don't want to outline the plane. You want the values to be your edge. So, if anything, you could have like a broken line, but you don't want to go ahead and outline. There are two people that are drawing golf balls. It might be fun to do line design with golf balls, and when I give individual demos, I can demonstrate that. Now look at what happens when I go from my step 6 to my step 4. My lines become vertical. They change direction to follow the plane. Line design can be really fun, although it is somewhat challenging. There's my side plane. Now the exciting thing happens when I erase all my other marks. And then you look and you see where you kind of need a little, not a full outline, but a little bit of a continuation. Hi. So cool, right? Now it's time for a cast shadow. Okay? So let's go back to the beginning and look at our sphere. Set your sphere up on the table where it was set yesterday. And what I want you to do is use what you know about drawing to draw your cast shadow. So draw out your cast shadow. Mine looks like that. You're basically going to draw an outline, but don't do it in Sharpie. Do it in pencil. Okay? Do it in pencil. Yeah, we're doing cast shadows now. Whoa! Look at that! That's amazing! Do you have a Sharpie measure? Here, I have a measure. Oh, you do? Yeah. You can even use a pen if you want. I have videos for everything. Okay. Here, this is what my cast shadow looks like. You want to make sure you solidify your edge. This is the thing about any of your cast shadows. Your thing about any of your cast shadows is that the cast shadow has to be a different value than the edge of the cylinder. Why do you think? What's going to happen? If it's the same value step, what would happen? It's going to compete and it'll just look like mud. You won't see the edge of your shadow against the side of the cylinder. Yes?
Can you show the the cube a little bit more?
Yeah. Sure. And you know what? I think I'm going to stop to give people a chance that weren't here to catch up. Okay? So we'll continue the cast shadows in a different video. Okay? The end.